up, guys? How are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am because I get to hang out with y'all for just a little bit. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button so that you can be informed when I post new and interesting things. You know what I'm saying, guys? So let's get into it. Today, we're talking about a movie from last year, 2024, directed by Mr. Timo Gianjanto, The Shadow Strays. Guys, this was voted the #1 martial arts film in Taekwondo magazine last year, if that tells you anything. And let me tell you something, guys. This is one of the most violent films I've seen since the Raid films. It is some of the best action. I mean, well choreographed, excellent fight scenes. It's got good acting. It's something special. But let's get into that plot first. The plot is a 17-year-old assassin. That's right, 17 years old. She defies her mentor during a mission, and subsequently she gets suspended for it. So she's kind of like not on the lam, but she's laying low, doesn't really want to be found by anybody. And she winds up befriending a young boy, and the young boy winds up getting kidnapped by a crime syndicate. This sounds very familiar to The Man from Nowhere that I reviewed, couple like last week sometime. But it's different in the fact that it's not nearly as violent. The Man from Nowhere isn't. This is just, I mean, I'll put it this way. In the first 5 minutes, there's one of the most realistic decapitations I've ever seen. I mean, I was like, holy moly, if this is indicative of what the rest of the movie holds, this is going to be a wild ride. And it sure is, guys. It sure is. So we get this girl, she befriends this boy, crime syndicate takes her. She has all this assassin training, but then come to find out that there's like a deeper plot inside the film. Aside from her just wanting to save this kid, there's other assassins. These assassins are called shadows. And the shadows are basically like, they are the worst of the worst assassins. They'll do anything kind of thing for the right price. And come to find out that these assassins have started working for somebody they're not supposed to be working for, and they're kind of gone rogue. And so she is basically has to confront her mentor towards the end of the film. And guys, this is well written. Okay, nothing seems like it is implausible or ridiculous. Like, that had to be written in there just so the movie could keep going forward. Nothing felt like that. Everything felt like it fit, like it was believable. The only thing that got a little ridiculous was the assassins and their gear, and they're all wearing those like ninja masks with the demon faces, and one guy's wearing like a tactical helmet, and he's like 8 feet tall, and he talks like a robot. It's just, some of those things are a little bit kind of ridiculous, but other than that, everything else is believable. From the production design in the city to the acting, when she discovers that something has happened, or when the boy discovers things, or when the emotion on their face, the body language, everything, and then the action choreography itself is a thing of beauty. There's none of this shaky camera work where you can't see what's going on because everything's like this because they're trying to follow all the action. Everything, it's like stationary, and they're fighting within the frame. And I love that because you get to see the beauty of that fight choreography, of the skill that these stunt performers have in their particular martial art, whatever that may be. So since this takes place in, I believe this is a Japanese film, might be Indonesian. I don't know. It takes place in Japan, but I think it's an Indonesian film. So, like their martial art is, oh man, I don't even know. It's like Pincot or something like that. A knife martial art, Salat, something like that. So you're seeing the beauty of that in the fight choreography, where they're like, blocking hands and intricate, interlocking gestures. There's all this gesticulating that is awesome looking when it's caught on camera, and not just this shaky camera movement that most Western action films have. You know, there's a lot of American action films where you're watching it and that fight choreography is just, it would be great if you could see it. You know, one of the main culprits of that is like John Wick. I feel like some of his fight scenes are just so frenetic that you can't really see what's going on because that shaky camera movement sometimes. But overall, this film, like I said, it's so well made, and you can tell that Jean Tu knows how to craft that action film. I mean, he has made films like The ABCs of Death. He did The Night Comes for Us, which is it's another film very similar to this about a guy looking for a kid. The Night Comes for Us. He did VHS 2, where he was one of the directors in VHS 2 and one of the directors in VHS 94. I mean, the guy has done some incredible work, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of what he's, capable of in the future, because The Shadow Strays was a fantastic, like, sci-fi action martial arts film. I mean, it really was. On Letterboxd, I think I gave it 4 stars, 4.5, something like that, because I enjoyed it. I was engaged. I was intrigued the whole time. I was watching these fights. I was watching this story, seeing how it was going to unfold. I mean, it was something special, guys. And so if you get a chance to check it out, I highly recommend it. It's only streaming on Netflix. So unless you got Netflix, I don't know what to tell you. But check it out on Netflix if you get a chance. It is well worth your time, especially if you're looking for a solid action flick. It is worthy. I'm telling you guys. That is it for The Shadow Strays. Thank you so much for hanging around and talking with me for a little while about it, guys. If you haven't done it already, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.